When I first came here, I went to a gym, and there was this trainer who said, you want to spar with some of my guys? And I never said no. If somebody challenged me, I never said no. I said, sure. I have no headgear, no mouthpiece. He's like, oh, I'll get you some. So he got me a mouthpiece that didn't fit, which is dangerous, can cut your lips, and a headgear. So I go in, and I spar, oh, boom, knock out this guy. Boom, knock out that guy. And he kept bringing new. So I got tired, and then he put me in with this pro, and the kid beat me up. Dang, 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 blood in my nose. And then Lily Rodriguez ran into the gym, just like Morgan did. What are you doing? Get out of here. And she pushed the guys away, and she grabbed me, just like Morgan. And don't ever do that again. I said, yeah, but they asked me, don't ever do that again. Because when she was gone, things like that happened. So again, a scenario that was very realistic, and I've been there, and man, I was upset that I ever let them challenge me, but I was just stupid and proud.
Hey, come on now, Flip. What you doing? Let him go. Okay, I got you. Come on, come on, come on. Sorry. Okay. We don't need no corner training.
How'd I do, Mr. Scrape?
You did good, Danger. You did real good.
I don't like Danger at all. The fact that he's even in the gym bothers me. You know, the fact that Hillary's character is in the gym, it bothers me. I should be the main focus of the gym. So I get into it with Danger, and Scrap kind of puts me in my place, old school style.
Oh, I see. Now I get to fight a retard and an old man. Call ESPN, because you can't write this shit. Oh!
When those two men or women get in and like hold on to each other and grab each other, you never really see the low blows, the undercuts, everything, the elbows that's going on until, you know, the ref pulls them apart. And it's just like, whoa, they're just standing there leaning on each other. You never know, you know, what people's intentions are. You never know what your ring manager's intentions are, you know. And I think with this script, Clint was able to capture an aspect of that brawling nature.
You know, this movie to me is about people trying to do their best, trying to make their way in life, trying to find their way in life, and moving through life, not knowing what's gonna come at them.
Why don't you just give me the money? Why'd you have to buy me a house?
Didn't have to, Mama. But it's yours. You want the money? Sell it.
When I was in my earlier career, and I wanted to buy my mom a house, and God, I didn't plan that. I always wanted to buy my mom a house, and that's why I started fighting, because my parents divorced and we were really struggling. And I also remember like the scene where her mom was ungrateful to what she gave her. It was the house, and my mom was just like her, which is kind of, in those days, she was, I would like buy her a new couch. She would be like complaining about a couch, and I would make a little bit of money and buy her a new couch. And I always felt it was not enough with her, or the criticism on, I show her, I was on the front page of a big newspaper, and I'm like, Mom, look at me, and it was a really intense picture, and she looked at it, she's like, oh, you look like a man, and I'm like, oh my God, it was like somebody spit me in my face or something. I so wanted her approval.
Find a man, marry him. Live proper. People hear about what you're doing and they laugh.
Okay. That's enough for today. Good work. Good girl.
The biggest thing that I learned was when you're in the ring, if you're not in the moment, it's over. And an example of that is someone can hit me, and I can think, whoa, how did they get in? How did they hit me? But the second I'm thinking that, I get hit again.
I remember once we did a combination, and after the combination, she had to duck this way. I said, okay, 1, 2, 3, and then come this way. And she came that way, so I was going that way. So I headbutted her with my braids, which is, you know, sharp. So I busted her mouth. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And she, not once she complained. Not once she said, how dare you, or any attitude, nothing, nothing. I was like, oh my God, you're such a true fighter. I remember when we were shooting, somebody broke her nose. I've never broken my nose, but I've broken many. So I told her the response that I get when I break someone's nose is like, oh my God, like you're not quite sure because you get numb and you feel the blood pouring and you're like, whoa. The first thing is like, is this real? Is it really? You start to feel. So I gave her that, like, well, I've seen the reaction, so maybe this will help you a little bit.
The sport of boxing for women is one that's not respected anymore. And I think it was for maybe a brief second. For me, when I was training with all the women who were nice enough to let me spar with them and train with them, and you know, this is their life. They said, we're so happy that this movie's happening. Hopefully people look at us in a different light and have respect for what we do.
I guess because you're dealing sort of on the periphery of society with boxers and boxing. It's not a sort of a mainstream idea. It's not like football or baseball or something, or golf or something like that. It's got its sort of own little society out there.
Excuse me for feeling sorry for you. Nah, you pick up somebody there in Vegas. Somebody with young hands.
You're not gonna cry now, are you? I've already got one girl.
The movie at a point takes this turn and goes somewhere that you didn't think it was going to go. And that's beautiful to me, and I think a lot of movies don't do that anymore. I think that we're you know, so forced to have these happy endings that aren't always necessarily real. And you know, it's nice to embark on this journey that is inspiring and real and uplifting and sad and you know, I said real a million times, but it's a good kind of word to put to it, because the emotions that all of the characters go through are just real, and you connect to them instantly because of that.
Kushla means my darling, my blood.
There's some things that are unspoken in the picture. There's some relationships, in the past relationships that are sort of unspoken. The ending has some things that are unspoken, but it's up to the audience to help participate in that. Just as it was in Mystic River, the audiences had to participate somewhat in the ending as to where they thought it was going from here. And I guess you'd have to do something similar in this. You as an audience would have to participate in, where does he go? Where does Frankie end up? We kind of know where Scrap ends up, but we don't know emotionally, even physically, where Frankie's going to end up.
Everybody's got a particular number of fights in him. Nobody tells you what that number is.